Pixel 9 versus Pixel 8. Main differences to be expected. The Pixel 9 is coming to the market on 13th of August. Google actually revealed that too. And it is a bit too early compared to the last one, which usually happens in October. Now, we're not complaining at all, but we can expect Pixel 9, 9 Pro, and the bigger one, the 9 Pro XL, in the Pixel 9 models. The Pixel 9 will get some pretty decent upgrades over the Pixel 8. Now, this phone will be a very interesting phone next year because next year we are expecting Pixel A series models to get killed totally. So the Pixel 8 will take up the space for the Pixel 9a. So this phone is interesting not for this year but for the next year as well. The main differences is actually in the design department. This time it's still getting rounded, curvy corners and everything, but flat back with a newer camera bar, which is very interesting because it is detached from the metal side frames. And from the sides though, it's even flatter compared to the last model. So it's a very notable design change, whether you like it or not, but it's a big design change. But it will still continue to have the same IP68 certification as the Pixel 8. Don't worry about that, but color-wise it will change. This time it will be porcelain, peony, but it looks really pink, very unusual in the smartphone world nowadays, and jade color, which is going to be a shade of a green, and obsidian color. The obsidian is something that we have already seen as well. The Pixel 8 on the other hand is already available in a mint color, which is a brighter green, a darker green, which is called hazel, obsidian, and rose color options. So there is no white. The dimension will also change quite a bit. It's now 152.8 mm by 71.9 mm by 8.5 mm. So if you look at the Pixel 8's dimensions, then that device is actually less taller, less wider, and also thicker. So it's getting slimmer, taller, and wider. Also, it is getting a bigger screen. So the bezel size is kind of expected to be very similar to what the Pixel 8 currently offers. The Pixel 8 has 6.2-inch screen. This one will get a 6.3-inch screen. The Pixel 8 has 2000 nits of peak brightness. The Pixel 9 will stay similar. In terms of performance, the Pixel 9 will have the Tensor G4 processor, which will be based on the 4nm manufacturing node Samsung made one, and it is a totally different setup than the last one or even the last one. This is a 1 plus 3 plus 4 setup compared to 1 plus 4 plus 4 in the Tensor G3, the last year's model. It has one Prime Cortex X4 core running at 3.1 GHz, 4 Cortex A720 cores running at 2.6 GHz, and 4 Cortex A520 efficiency cores running at 1.95 GHz. If you look at the Tensor G3 specs, then it's one ARM Cortex X3 core running at 2.91 GHz, 4 ARM Cortex A715 cores running at 2.37 GHz, and 4 ARM Cortex A510 cores running at 1.7 GHz. And if you look at the Pixel 9's benchmarking numbers, then it looks like 1590 in the single core and 3821 in the multi-core score. But it is not bad either, because Google is focused on the NPU or the TPU side of things rather than the performance. But they should also focus on the efficiency factor. Hopefully they did this time. And by the way, this is still done on a prototype device, so don't take these scores as the final scores. In the under benchmark, it scored 1,071,000 points, which is similar to Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 almost. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 inside the Galaxy S24 Ultra scores is close to 1.7 million. So in the camera department though, there are some big changes coming to the Pixel 9 compared to the Pixel 8. The Pixel 8 had 50 megapixel main camera and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. But Google is making some big changes with the Pixel 9. But Google is replacing the old Sony IMX386, the 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, with a brand new Sony IMX858 50 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. The old sensor was 1/2.8 inch sensor, so now it's 1/2.51 inch sensor, which is still a very tiny sensor, but it's still much bigger than the last one. So low light photos are definitely going to be much more improved. But the primary camera sensor, the Samsung's G and K 50 megapixel camera, is still staying the same. And the front-facing camera, Samsung's 3J1 10.5 megapixel camera, again staying the same. But the Google Pixel 9 will finally include an autofocus-enabled front-facing camera. This is something that was missing in the Pixel 8. As per some unofficial renders, the Pixel 9, the main camera, seems to have much more larger main lenses. It's definitely a welcome change, but not a biggest change. But battery life-wise, it is expected to feature almost the same battery capacity as the Pixel 8, which had 4575 mAh battery, So the Pixel 9 will somewhat stay with the 4575 to 4700. But definitely I will let you guys know once I get to know about the battery life and stuff like this. By the way, did I mention the 120Hz display is going to be identical to the current model? It's not going to have any changes at all. And the RAM and storage will be increased. It will be 12 gigabytes of RAM, 128 and 256 gigabyte storage options. And there is also going to be 8 gigabyte RAM variant as well. We have seen in the benchmark. And the charging wise, it will still come with the 27 watt fast charging, 18 watt wireless charging, and Qi 2 support. So overall, it's a very good upgrade over the Pixel 8, but not a major one to consider jumping from the Pixel 8 to that Pixel 9, unless they offer great trade-in deals, which again, we will get to know in the coming weeks. The Pixel 9 seems to be a good upgrade from the Pixel 6 models. And because Google is offering Pixel 9 Pro in the middle of the Pixel 9 Pro XL and the Pixel 9, this means next year the Pixel 9 will be very much of an important device compared to other Pixel 9 models. So yeah, definitely, that's totally it. Let me know about your thoughts in the comment section below. What you think about the Pixel 9?
And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website. A link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.